Sup guys and girls, Giovanni here, and I want to talk about some total drama. And let's start with total drama destiny.
Alright then, on with the show.
I want to start off by saying I recommend watching this. Now let's be clear, this is a fan-made series and not canon to the total drama universe. Although, throughout the season, there is references to the past seasons by challenges or story moments. Speaking of moments, 3 that come to mind are number 1, the rap battle in where Lashana roasted Courtney, number 2, Blatantly pushing Bridget off a cliff, and number 3, Lindsay losing her cool. When it comes to storylines throughout the season, there were 4 main ones I counted. Number 1, Lindsay and Chris. Now, in the original show, it was shown that Chris had a crush on Lindsay, but here he brought it up even more. He amplified it to the point where he said, if you don't go out with me, you're gonna get eliminated. As the season went on, Lindsay kept getting creeped out, but then flipped it to being annoyed and angry. And then with that moment when I said Lindsay loses her cool is when she recreates that moment of when she went off on Heather. There was many points throughout the season where Lindsay should have got eliminated, but Chris's crush kept her in. Number 2, Lindsay and Tyler. Lindsay had burnt down Tyler's house and she wanted to win the million and get Tyler a new house because she had felt guilty about it. And also by the end of the season, Tyler forgives her. Going back to number 1 with Chris having a crush, Tyler had to defend her honor and fight Chris. Number 3, Don, Scott, and Courtney. I'm one of those people who think Scott and Courtney are one of the underrated couples in total drama history. So the fact that this got some shine, I love it. Same for Don and Scott. People who watched Revenge of the Island thought they would make a good couple. This whole love triangle thing was brilliant. I can't forget Duncan, who was slightly involved at the beginning. Number 4, Blatantly being the villain. There were 4 people trying to stop her rise to power. Dave, Sky, Bridget, and Noah. The fact that D-Man made Dave and Sky more tolerable here was astonishing. Out of those 4, to me, the best heat Blatantly had with was Bridget. When it comes to Noah, he would just roast her. In fact, Noah's dialogue was written well all season. In fact, the actor who played Noah made it feel like the real one. Once Blatantly got eliminated, she went after Chris because at the beginning of the season, they were working together. Now, there are a few other storylines, interactions I liked. Number 1, Don and Trent. Trent was being the one to ask about how does Don's powers work. Number 2, Chris and Chef. Do I really need to explain this one? Number 3, Scott and Fang. Now, I remember there being a reference to Total Drama Reunion, but I don't think it confirmed that that show took place in this fan-made universe. Anyway, it still sucks that project got cancelled at the 1 episode. In terms of the finale, it was not what I expected. Someone told me that D-Man actually made another series called Total Drama Revisited. I had to skim through it because if you watch the videos, you have to read, and I'm not doing that. Destiny's finale, and from the looks of it, the series itself is a remake of Revisited. Lindsay had won Revisited, so I thought she was going to win this too. And in fact, her and Courtney made it to the final 2, just like Revisited. Now here, Don got eliminated, but since Lindsay quit because of the Chris situation, Don got lucky and made it to the final 2. Regardless, I appreciate the change up. Now the winner or winners end up being Don and Courtney because with the whole love triangle, they come to realize it's not worth all this. So it ends up being a tie. With this being a tie, Noah can get some money as well. Noah negotiated when he got eliminated, he would split 50% of the money with Courtney. So with it being a tie, Don, Courtney, and Noah get money. On top of that, in the comments, D-Man said Don will get most of the money. So in a way, if you want to look at it, Don technically won, so I'll take it. Scott decides to remain with Courtney, but if they ever break up, he'll be calling Don. The last thing that is shown is Chris getting arrested and going to jail doing his evil laugh. Chris was really evil as the season progressed. Now, I thought this was sliding into the revival, tying it in, but that wasn't the case, since Chris doesn't appear in jail in the revival. I give the series a 8.5 out of 10. Like I said, I recommend you watch this. Now, you might have problems with editing, the acting, or sound design, or it being fluid animation, but it is worth it. You're gonna enjoy yourself. For me, the best actor was Alexis Shrewsbury. She 100% sounded like Lindsay, with Bingo Bongo being second, who voiced Noah. If there's one thing I didn't like, that's my boy Owen getting eliminated in the third episode. D-Man said he did a rewrite for that episode, and I bet that was replacing Tyler with Owen getting eliminated instead. It really made no sense. Now, let's talk about Total Drama Island. Not the one from 2007, but the one from 2023, the revival. I won't be watching season 6 for many reasons, and one of them was the recasting of Chris. I've said this on my channel. I don't like recasting. Doing that might not make me watch the project. Another reason, the overuse of farting. I saw this clip of Emma farting, and it wasn't a simple fart. It was like gas covering the whole screen, and it was going on for like 5 minutes, and I'm like, this is why I'm not watching the show. Third reason, no OG characters. You think after being gone for so long, they would use some of the original characters with a slight brand new characters, but nope. On the other hand, I'm happy they didn't use original characters just to bring you into the show. People who watch the show say there is callbacks, but it isn't forced. It feels natural. Number 4, possible wokeness in the show. I'm not getting into that one. I will say, I am happy to see that it's getting a lot of praise. Maybe in the future when season 7 comes out, I'll watch it. But in the meantime, I'll just stick to people's reviews and maybe some clips here and there. Let me not forget that Scary Girl lived up to the hype. She's definitely one character I enjoyed, and I hated she got eliminated early. I saw this theory. What if Scary Girl is actually Dawn? Oh my goodness, I would totally be down for that theory. But unfortunately, that is not the case. If you ask me, I can see Scary Girl as the younger sister to Izzy, since they are both crazy. But even Izzy is still nice. Slightly. Maybe. If Lauren, aka Scary Girl, is her own character and not related to anyone, I'm fine with that too. I think if Scary Girl met Izzy and or Dawn, she would be scared of them because they have some type of supernatural powers. I saw this theory done by Drama doing a analysis on her, and y'all should check it out. It will be in the description box. Lauren has lots of potential in her story. It could go anywhere. I almost forgot this. When it comes to the revival, I had planned to do a dub video on the opening of the revival on how it should start, but I never got around to it. Then the official one came out, so I had to cancel the project. So with that being said, get your fingers up and say it with me. Bye.